My family wants me to break up with my girlfriend after how she responded to my brother's prank. I'm aware the title might seem odd, but I really need some unbiased opinions, as everyone I could turn to has their own take on the matter. I, 27 male, have been in a relationship with my girlfriend Lola, 22 female, for roughly 2 years, and it's been a wonderful journey overall. However, I've noticed that my brother Ian, 22 male, acts quite strangely whenever Lola is mentioned or present. Ian and I are very close, we talk every day. But whenever I bring up anything about Lola, the conversation quickly shifts. I wondered if he might be jealous of the time I spend with her, or maybe he has a little crush on her. Still, whenever we'd get together, he'd make comments about our age gap, poke fun at me for simping, and joke about her sleep disorder. Ian's always enjoyed a good prank, either pranking or being pranked. He loves to laugh, and I genuinely believe that when he goes to prank people, he means it in a way to share the laughter. When he's tried to pull little pranks on Lola though, he does things that he figured out triggers her disorder, like making sudden loud sounds, jumping out to scare her, and one time I caught him before he was going to do the shaving cream sleep bit while she was taking a nap in the guest room. I warned him in more detail then that he shouldn't mess with her while she's sleeping, as interrupting her regulated cycles isn't good for her, and at the absolute best she's the worst kind of cranky when she's woken up. Ian seemed like he understood, and I thought that was that. I threw a New Year's Eve party a few days ago and invited Ian and a bunch of mine and Lola's friends. Everyone was having a good time. My watch went off with the alarm that we set up for Lola to take a nap, so she went off with a sleepy smile, and I kept partying. A little while later we all heard a scream, followed soon after by cussing and something breaking. I panicked as it was from my room where Lola was, and I ran through nearly kicking the door down, to find she shoved someone down and was yelling at them. I looked to see who it was, and I saw a spider mask that I unfortunately recognized as Ian's from years ago. I caught a glimpse of Ian hurrying to escape, but Lola only stopped when 3 of her friends pushed past me to pull her up and check her before she ultimately passed out in their arms. Ian quickly got up from the floor and tore off the mask, revealing the damage she'd managed to do to him in the time it took us to react. He burst into tears, insisting to me that she was out of control and abusive, claiming his only intention was to ensure she didn't sleep through the New Year's Eve countdown. At this point everyone started yelling. Everyone looked terrified and kept repeating that she was crazy and that I shouldn't be with someone who could do this to her boyfriend's brother. Some of my guys were yelling that if she did it to him she could do it to me. All of her friends were screaming about how he should know to leave a sleeping girl alone and how it was creepy. Ian ended up calling our mom to tell him that Lola hurt him, and she's furious. Lola's friends ended up carrying her out against my protests, and my friends were nearly split down the middle. I remember standing there while everyone argued while the ball dropped, my mother calling me for the 10th time, and Lola finally texting me that she needs space to think. Since then we've lightly texted, and she's expressed that she can't shake her fear of what happened, but she still hasn't told me from her side what happened. Ian and my mom are trying to convince me to break up with her, and chastising me for not helping or standing up for my brother when he was being a ST, also demanding an apology for not playing my part as an older brother. Ian has FaceTimed a few other family members, and now my aunt, who paid for both our colleges and the house my mom and brother live in and helped me get my apartment, is taking the 3-hour drive up to make sure her boys are okay, which is stressing me out even more. On one hand, I know family is family and I should do what I can to stand up for the people who helped raise me and become the person I am. On the other hand, Lola is my girlfriend, I adore her, I love her, I feel like I should be there to protect her. I don't want to push her boundaries, but not talking to her is a different kind of hurt. Ian is convinced that he was doing a well-intended prank and was wrongfully punished for wanting to make sure everyone was enjoying themselves. I don't know if I believe that, but I've known Ian for 22 years. Growing up we were inseparable. I don't want to doubt him just because love may be blinding me. How do I approach the situation with Lola? How can I convince my family that Lola isn't a threat? She's honestly the most sweet and caring person. She just can't be woken up, and part of me feels like she was pushed to that point.